For you, one punch, Dan. You have no power over me.
Hello, 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 and welcome to a brand new episode of the ZodWriter Show.
Yes.
What up?
What's up?
Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to the illustrious leader of the Cell movement, who is streaming and is back right now, Mr. Skywalker the Jedi. You know, I try to schedule the shows so that they don't compete with other shows that are going on, because that's the last thing I want to do. Because hell, I wanted to be in the chat too, but that's just the way it goes. We got to go based on our schedules. We got to do what we do. So I'm showing support and showing some love, and I am going to catch the rest of Skywalker the Jedi stream on replay, of course. As I'm sure we will have a replay crew for this show as well. What's up, Prime, Curly Ray? You guys are great. I appreciate you guys being here. Curly Ray says currently have 2 streams going. Yeah, that's what I.
Ray's here.
Affleck is the true DCU Batman. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I've been watching Creature Commandos, and
Good on you, man.
I'm appalled by it. I hate it. I think it is one of the worst animated things to ever be released. I cannot believe the stuff that James Gunn is getting away with in that show. But the most offensive thing to come out of Creature Commandos is not the necrophilia, is not the underage sex, is not all the things you would think that would outrage people. No, for me, the main thing that outrages me more than anything else is his Batman reveal, showing this buffed out Ben Affleck type Batman. I think that is the ultimate hypocrisy. How can you reveal your Batman to look like that when allegedly he wants Robert Pattinson to be his Batman? Well, Robert Pattinson isn't going to bulk up like that, so that's not going to be if that's your Batman, it's not Robert Pattinson. Now, a lot of people are saying it's going to be what's that actor's name? Richardson.
Alan Richardson.
Alan Richardson. Yeah. A lot of people are saying that that's who it's going to be, and I had heard from somebody that that's who it's going to be too. I think even Sin Havoc might have mentioned something along those lines as well.
Yeah, I don't. He did.
So if Sin Havoc mentioned it, I'm almost positive that that's what it is. What's up, Dan?
You can almost take that to the bank.
So Gunny Poo is taking not 1 but 2 Aquamen for his universe. Then
that's true. Gunny Poo.
For those of you who watch Smallville, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And the Prime says it here. Oh, but Zod, it's just a placeholder. Yeah, it's a placeholder, all right. It's a placeholder for James Gunn to pretend that he doesn't have Ben Affleck envy. Because let us not forget that he lied about Ben Affleck. Yes. He said that Ben Affleck was looking to direct a project for James Gunn's DCU.
And he said absolutely not.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and what did Ben Affleck say, Bishop?
No way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, it doesn't get any clearer than that. It's in the article in black and white. Absolutely not. He literally says absolutely not. And and he does the standard Hollywood thing where he says, I'm sure James Gunn's going to do a great job and he's a nice guy and whatever, but I don't want to work with him
at all.
Nope. Ben Affleck is a top-tier actor. He can choose his projects. He doesn't need a quick paycheck.
Nope.
We've got my good friend PD7, Phil PD7 in the chat, who has convinced me to see James Gunn's Superman with him when it comes out. So him and I are going to go together and we are going to watch James Gunn's Superman. Now I know that I'm not, that I'm not gonna. I already know that I'm not gonna like it. But Phil is a lot more optimistic than I am. So we'll see. I kind of like that dynamic. Phil being really, really optimistic and cool, and me being really, really negative and completely disdainful and downright what would be the word for my despising James Gunn. Let's just put it that way. I despise James Gunn. It's a hatred. It's a loathing on a level I can't even put into words. But loathing. Yes. I mean, I find myself literally praying for this man's downfall on a daily basis. And I know we're not supposed to do that, but it's hard for me because James Gunn is such a scumbag that I don't know, but we'll see.
ZodWriter, real quick, I do have to say Socks I think would slightly disagree with you. Socks would say the worst part about this is that Batman was introduced in a musical.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you watch Creature Commandos,
there is a musical.
It is music.
There was a musical
portion in it.
Yeah.
I see. I haven't watched this since episode 2, so I didn't know about the musical. There's a musical.
I haven't watched any
It's a
episodes.
musical segment, basically. It's not the whole episode's not a musical, but Batman was introduced in that musical segment.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, for the love of God! I'm glad I didn't see it.
We've got. And PD7 says we're going for crypto. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Phil. Phil, you're 100% right. If it wasn't for that cute dog, I wouldn't be going. The cute dog at least gives me some hope that at least we'll get a moment or two of, even though I don't really want crypto in a Superman movie, I can't deny that the dog is, a cute.
He's
animal. Cute. So, I have to give James Gunn a little bit of credit. I have to say, well, yes, James Gunn, I hate you, but I'm going to separate the art from the artist here and say that the dog is acceptable. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that, James Gunn. Okay.
That's not even crypto.
Yeah, right.
It's his dog.
Yeah,
right. He used his dog, yes.
Yeah,
and the Prime says
super dog.
The Prime says I'm with you, Zod. I truly hate James Gunn as a director and as a person. We've got Mad Max in the chat. He says hello, all peace and blessings. Hello, Mad Max.
Hey, Mad Max.
We've got the great Sin Havoc in the chat. Well.
Sin Havoc.
Sin Havoc.
We've got the Curly Ray saying I'm not watching Creature Commandos. I watch crap, so you don't have to. Let me just put it. Let me just put it to you that way. I'll plagiarize a line from my a YouTuber I watch called Real Shift. I watch shit, so you don't have to. Let's just put it that way. And so when I see Superman, I'm gonna be doing the community a favor, because when I go see this movie, and I know how bad it is, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do the classic. I'm gonna write the review classic Geekosity style, just as I would probably have written it for Mikey Sutton if he was still alive.
Thank you, because I have no plans to go out of my house at all, to go anywhere near a theater, to look at that piece of that wonderful piece of art.
What's up, Sergeant? Good to see you as always. Great to have you here in the chat. We got Free Future Tron here in the chat. We got a lot of good people in here. A lot of cross pollination going on between the two streams.
What's going on, guys?
The Prime says, and I don't dislike his movies because of him allegedly being a pedo. I like X-Men 1 and 2 and DOFP, despite Brian Singer being an absolute scumbag, and I also still like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume
Days
1.
of Future Past.
Days of Future Past. Yeah. I will say this to Prime, okay? Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is a good movie because James Gunn didn't write it. Even though James Gunn likes to take credit for it, he didn't write it. And that's a fact. So that's why it was such a good movie. It succeeded in spite of James Gunn.
You know, Zod, there's one other film that James Gunn takes credit for writing that he didn't write. Dawn of the Dead. Because they totally rewrote that film after he left. So
it had a couple of different writers.
Yeah. They rewrote the movie because it sucked. In his first draft.
Yeah.
I gotta give I gotta give props to you, Sin Havoc. Sin Havoc says shout out to the executive branch in the chat. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm very privileged right now because I have two of the members of the executive branch, and I have the star of One Punch Dan here on the stream, One Punch Dan himself. So you see,
One Punch Dan.
So you see, I'm in good company right now. If we had just Josh on the panel with us, it would be a complete, One Punch Dan party.
Frank, I have a good idea, Zod. Josh and I, we don't. Him and I would just be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Fascinating.
I was just about to say that.
Frank C is a man after all our hearts. He says, I'm not giving that scumbag a penny. I will not support the DCU and Gunn. The Creepy Commandos. Curly Ray is openly admitting I'll pirate the DCU.
I probably will too. Me too.
Wodfix. WODFIX.
Futuretron says #release Zack Snyder's Lost Vegas. That'd be cool. We've got the Curly Ray saying that's if it ever gets past Superman L, which is a great point. I feel like once Superman comes out and it flops hard, it's going to be undeniable, and they're going to have to cancel the whole damn universe. I just don't think it's going to be successful.
ZodWriter, so I want to tell you about a theory that I have based on what you said. I think the big reason for Matt Reeves' script delays is I think Matt Reeves is writing two scripts. I think he's writing one script that connects to the DCU and one script that doesn't connect to the DCU, so that way, whatever happens with it, Matt Reeves is prepared. I'm going to go as far as saying they may even film multiple scenes, one to connect it to the DCU, one to not connect it to the DCU.
The Gun note strikes again.
I would have to agree with you. I believe you because we know that Matt Reeves already got his script made. We know he did it. James Gunn is the one that's coming in saying that it's not done. I agree. Yeah. We got Leroy Kong in the chat. What's up, Leroy? Good to see you.
Leroy.
Ray says, don't need to see garbage to know it's garbage. Hard pass on Superman L. Yeah.
Yep.
I have a theory as to why he changed it. He really changed it from Superman Legacy to just Superman. One of the main reasons was because of the L. He already knows the movie's going to take an L, so he didn't want to have the L in the name.
Me. It's because of me. Because I made Superman Lunacy, and it caught on, and everybody started calling it.
You're probably right. You're probably right. And what's up, Michael? He's in the chat. He says, what's good, Zod, Qatar, Batman, and Bishop? See Jurassic World Rebirth. I intend to multiple times during Superman's run.
Socks and I will go full blast on Marvelous discussions
and Fantastic Four
too. Yes, exactly, Guitar.
Yeah,
we got Leroy Kong speaking all of our sentiments here. Wallets closed. No Snyderverse, no money. That's the reality. Nobody wants this James Gunn crap. Nobody wants this fake Superman.
Nobody wants to see this
Hey, Dark
ridiculous.
Plato.
It's just trash.
It's Star-Lord with a cape.
And you know what? And you know how we know this? It's because it's the same costume designer from Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's Star-Lord with a cape.
We got Darth Plato in the chat. What's up, Darth Plato? Max is saying wallets closed as well. And I got W Mir in the chat. Thank you for being here, W Mir, with the $4.99 super chat.
Hey,
he says here, and I quote, Creature McDemando, like McDonald's, is the equivalent of playing swordsman of Landstar against the Egyptian god card.
I know that's right.
I got you. Man.
Oh yeah, I got you, man. And you know what? We're gonna give you a drop here. Let's give you a little drop here. Here we go.
I just cannot stop thinking of every move she's making. I just want to hold her tight and give her endless love. She's making me so crazy, I wanna call her baby. My heart is on fire, fanning the flames when I hear her name. Sweet Sonia G, can you come close to me? There's so much of you that I wanna see. I'm thinking about your body, touching mine, and about the beauty of the time we'll share together. Yeah.
Thank you again, W Mir. And that is the movie that is coming out to show James Gunn how it's done. That is One Punch Man. So you can look forward to that on July 11th of this particular year that we are currently living in. My God, I can't believe it, guys. One Punch Man is just some short months away. Won't be long.
Josh Herrera's in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh boy, Josh. Come on, Josh. You and me.
Come on, Josh. Get that link.
Yeah, we gotta get Mr. Herrera in here. We gotta get just Josh up in here. Josh, if you want to come in here, just let me know. I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you a link if you're available.
Yes, he's that guy. That's right.
Let me do that. Oh, he just is. I have to tell you guys, I in doing One Punch Man stuff with all of you guys, like the interactions of the characters is crucial to making this whole thing work. And Just Josh and Bishop, as well as Just Josh's interactions with everyone, it's just all fantastic stuff. I couldn't be happier with the cast of this movie. You guys are all wonderful actors. I have to say,
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, the way Bat Dan bulked up for this movie.
I mean, really.
Like,
yes, he did.
It was incredible. Yeah. We went to the same gym.
Yeah. You guys all bulked up for the film, and it's just a wonderful experience. Josh, I sent you a link on your Twitter. If you want to jump on, you are more than welcome. This is a discussion, but it's also a celebration of One Punch Man.
Yes.
Let's catch up with the chat here before we get into our next James Gunn topic that I want to discuss with the panel here. Mad Max says the irony of the DOTD rewrite, Dawn of the Dead, is they removed a dog story. Gunn is a hack.
Yes, he is.
Gunn's goons are saying Dawn of the Dead is Zach's only good movie because Gunn was involved. Yeah,
What?
but they cut
But
Gunn out. So
they kicked out Gunn.
Exactly. That's why it was good.
$500 million budgeting growing. Sin Havoc would know. I don't
But
doubt this.
Yeah.
said it was only like 300 million.
For what?
I mean, the movie does. I mean, it's not like James Gunn would lie, right?
Yeah,
James Gunn's
no,
not
of course
gonna,
he's
James Gunn's
not
not
doing
gonna lie.
that.
He's gonna tell the truth. Gunn's ransom
James
notes are
Gunn
real.
lied.
By the way, Zod, I think you need to check your messages. Sin Havoc is
Marketing is still the amount for marketing is still unknown for this
Do you know
movie.
who made his money back in marketing very quickly? Zack Snyder in Man of Steel.
That's true.
And
Yes.
funny, I was doing a Snyderverse 3-day movie marathon for the last 3 days. I just realized that Martha works at Sears. I never realized that before, but for the first time, I noticed that she's wearing that
Martha,
Sears.
And you also know who made 4 movies on one budget?
Oh,
Zack
Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
There we go. Zack Snyder. And here's what Sin Havoc was pointing out.
I told you. It's
Star-Lord.
With a cape. It's Star-Lord with a damn cape. I can't take it.
It's the same exact design.
It is.
It is.
And
notice
how
notice how boring it is with like no textures,
nothing, no kind of design, no kind of interest. It's oh Lord. It's Star-Lord with a cape.
The trunks.
No, the trunks. There's a difference between trunks and granny panties. Those are granny panties.
I just realized it looks like his bulge is showing on the live action.
Yeah.
Shot.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
The Curly Ray says the reason I think he changed the name from Legacy to Superman is because we kept out trending Superman Legacy. That's a good point too. And again, when he took over the Superman hashtag, he was able to literally get credit for anytime somebody used the hashtag Superman.
Yep.
I mean that's narcissism at its finest. No Snyderverse, no money. Yeah.
Which is why we do not trend the Superman hashtag, guys, even if you're referring to Henry Cavill. Sorry, Bishop.
No.
DCU is DOA, absolutely. Gareth Edwards' take on Jurassic Park and Fantastic Four is where my money is at. Hey, I agree.
I'm silently looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I am too, but I want my feathered theropods already. Theropods had feathers, and I hate that Jurassic Park.
You're getting theropod feathers.
The Velociraptor with
the Just Josh TV show.
Dan,
you are getting that.
Dan, what is your obsession with these feathers? What?
It's scientifically accurate that theropods had feathers because birds descended from theropods. So I'm so tired of all these movies leaving out feathers because it's scientifically inaccurate.
Zod, please give this man some feathers.
I am definitely going to give him some feathers. In fact, I'm going to do something I haven't done in about a minute here. Let's see. Guitar says fascinating. We got the great Adega Outlaw in the chat. Haven't seen Adega in a while. Hope all is well with you, Adega. I had interviewed him on Late Night Q&A last year. Had a great time. He's still writing brilliant stories. He does some great stuff. You definitely want to check out Adega Outlaw's channel when you get a chance. If you just want something to listen to, and to take your mind off of everything that's going on. Adega is an excellent writer. And we've got a Redrum 9899 with a $4.99 super chat. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. James Gunn, Jizz drinkers are hyping up WB for paying $300 300 mile for a CGI dog to drag Superman through the snow. I think you're right. I mean, why are they doing this? I don't know.
Feels like
take me home.
laundering.
Take me home. Take me home is right. You know, everybody's gonna be saying that, like, you're not gonna be able to take me home fast enough. I mean,
Right.
It's just
You know, that's the first impression of that Superman now, is the fact that he got bloodied, beaten, and in the snow.
And his dog had to drag him across the frozen tundra.
Yeah.
And I can tell, to answer Batflick's question, that Superman does in fact bleed.
Yeah. Do you bleed?
Yeah, he does bleed.
You will.
okay. I'm gonna share something. I'm gonna share something as a drop here for that super chat that I have not shared. I don't think I've shared this publicly yet, but here we go.
I knew you were up to something.
I've always been an adorable kid. Heck, even when I became a full-fledged, honest-to-goodness superhero at 9 years old. I was still freaking adorable. Now I'm the costume savior of planet Earth, and literally everybody knows it. My uncle was with me when I was chosen by his favorite video game console to become that guy. This is the story of how my Uncle Patrick willed me into becoming the greatest superhero of all time. Just Josh.
All right.
That's my partner.
Of all time?
That's my partner.
Greatest hero of all time.
Oh,
I'm sorry about that, Batman.
Of all time, yes, he is. He is. Josh is not. Josh's character is nothing if not modest.
Yeah, you know.
Josh is going to be One Punch Dan's little bitch. You're going to be my little bitch, Josh. You're going to be begging for mercy.
Oh my God!
Spank him back then.
Listen,
Listen. Be canceled here, man.
That's between you and Josh. I'm just a peacemaker. I'm just here to make sure that you guys don't kill each other.
Bishop, don't say peacemaker, please. Don't refer to yourself as peacemaker.
Call yourself moderator.
Well, you know, people back in the
you are the moderator.
You know, touche, Dan. Touche.
People back in the day used to call me the broker of peace, so I understand. You know, I understand the need for that. But yeah, you don't want to refer to yourself as peacemaker now.
God forget. I'm sorry, it was a slip of the tongue. Yes, I'm the broker of peace between you guys.
these test screenings aren't going well. Well, Sid Havoc is right as always. Well.
Listen, he's a wealth of information.
I saw someone say the Superman looks like a hot dog. Yeah,
it does, and now I can't unsee it.
Oh, really? I'm gonna look up an image just to see if I see it. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let me just.
You're gonna see it, and it's gonna stick with you.
Let's see. I'm just looking it up on Google right. Let's see. Image.
Hey, Sean.
Funny, I type in crypto and I'm seeing more of Dwayne Johnson's movie than I am.
Super Pets.
Super Pets. That's so sad.
I saw somebody on Twitter did like a depend ad for adult diapers, and they showed Superman laying in the snow with the underwear on the outside.
They call him Diaper Man.
Diaper Man. Okay.
That's so sad. The movie isn't even out, and they're clowning it already.
Well, here's the part. This movie started off on bad terms with the Henry Cavill.
Okay, Darshan says, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love the dog, but it just doesn't fit. Yeah, I mean that's the thing though, right?
He's
That's
cute.
Doesn't.
that's the that's the problem. Like,
He's not
yeah,
cut though.
it's a
But he's
cute
cute.
dog. It's a cute dog, and that's why I say I have to give James Gunn credit for that, simply because it's a way to get people in who don't really care about the movie itself. It's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a cute dog, so I'm gonna go see it for the cute dog for Crypto. Okay.
Just like the cute raccoon. In
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
I saw David Cornsweet in Twisters, and I must say I hate the guy.
Oh
You
damn.
mean you mean David Cornswabble?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Qatar, Trey and Corey said the same thing actually. Like they watched Twisters, but they were not a fan of David Cornsweet's character or Cornswabble's
yeah.
character.
I try not to,
Doesn't know how to
I try
act.
not to go, as at actors, okay? Because actors need to work. They that's their craft, that's their livelihood. So I try not to go at them personally. I mean, I'm sure Corn Sweat is a nice gentleman in real life. I'm sure he's a great person. I'm not. I have no ill will towards these actors whatsoever. But I want to talk a little bit about Jason Momoa.
All right.
Now, a lot of people are saying, well, no, Jason Momoa this, Jason Momoa that. Some people believe Jason Momoa is a traitor. Some people believe Jason Momoa. I look at Jason Momoa as just somebody who's just excited to do anything. Like, he's that type of guy. Like, I kind of think of Jason Momoa. Yeah, like the happy-go-lucky uncle. He's just excited when he gets a break. When he gets to do something.
Yeah.
He's just. I don't really think he took the role out of malice. This role of Lobo out of malice towards the Snyder fandom or to betray quote unquote Zack Snyder. I don't believe that. I think he's just an actor who's just enthusiastic whenever he gets a role. And to be fair, he said even before he started as Aquaman that he's always wanted to play Lobo. So I really I can't sit here and call and brand Jason Momoa a traitor and attack Jason Momoa. I don't like it. I would prefer if Jason Momoa didn't associate himself with this titanic failure of a universe that's about to happen. But that's Jason Momoa's decision, and he's a grown man. He's an actor. He has to make his own choices. But
He has to pay the bills.
I can't hate the guy just because I don't agree with his decision. I can't. I can look at him and I can be disappointed, but I can't really hate the guy because he did do a lot to promote the Snyder Cut. He's always had Zack Snyder's back. So I can't really look at him and say, oh yeah, he's a scumbag just because he's doing this.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that as soon as he gets the call from Zach, he's in.
100%.
As soon as he gets called.
And
I love this. I love this. And having Gunn gave Momoa notes in an exchange, he got Lobo.
Well, it's if that's the case, who cares? Aquaman 2 ain't Snyderverse, so as far as I'm concerned, I could not.
It's not canon.
Aquaman 1 is not canon, no matter how much mental gymnastics people try to play. So Aquaman 2 ain't canon.
Oh, but he mentions something that happened. No, it's not canon.
The only thing they mention is Steppenwolf, which happened in both versions of Justice League.
Exactly.
Literally, that exact reference works for either film.
Exactly.
So
I cannot watch Justice League anymore, actually. Nope. No nothing.
Well, since the Snyder Cut came out, I see what you mean. and when it first came out, when the Justice League first came out, I did like it because that's all I had. Okay,
Yeah,
that was my
that's
first
what
time
they gave
seeing.
us.
Yeah, that was the first time me seeing Wonder Woman on screen like that. Besides BVS, a chance to see all the team together and everything. Even though I thought the story was kind of, now that I know what the story is, I thought it was, it was ridiculous. It was kind of campy. It was kind of stupid. The whole thing with Flash falling on Wonder Woman was dumb, but that was all we had. But when we got Snyder cut, when we got this, oh Lord, have mercy. It was
Mm-mm.
like going from Cheetos to filet mignon. Okay, you know. I don't never want to see that again. Never,
Okay, well,
ever,
Darshan is asking you,
ever.
Batman, how is Aquaman 1 not canon? Can you explain?
Okay, so when I say canon, I'm talking about canon to the Snyderverse, to Zack
Right.
Snyder's Justice League. And actually, I rewatched this portion of the interview with Grace Randolph because it is still Zack Snyder doing that, like talking, and he addressed this. He said that I watched this portion where he specifically said that his version of Justice League is not canon to the DCEU, and that the only two movies he was concerned about continuity with were Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. He even went on and elaborated, saying that to look at his film and Aquaman with sharp continuity would be a mistake. And if you watch those two films, Mira's parents are dead in Zack Snyder's Justice League while her father's alive. In Aquaman, there's different rules of physics. Atlanteans can talk underwater in Aquaman, whereas in Zack Snyder's Justice League, unless they're in
Yeah,
one of an animal, it's dolphin sounds.
Yep, had it.
yeah.
Yep.
And the hair
Yep.
dye is, I mean, Mira's hair is different, her accent is different, the Atlantean's armor is
She
different.
lost
Also,
her accent
Yeah.
in
exactly,
Aquaman.
Qatar. Atlantean physics. In Aquaman, only the highborns can breathe air and water. In Zack Snyder's Justice League, there are a lot of soldiers who I doubt were highborn breathing air just fine. And the thing is, people come up with these explanations in their head. But my thing is, if you have to do that for it to make sense, it doesn't make sense. It's not our jobs as a fan to make things make sense. It's the job of the writers, of the directors, for it to make sense. And that is why, honestly, in some ways, we may end up thanking James Gunn, hear me out, under DeLuca's plan. We would have gotten Zack
Yeah,
Snyder's Justice League and the DCEU continuities merged, meaning we would have that contradiction of Aquaman in the Snyderverse. But now,
Yeah.
inadvertently, James Gunn helped us get a more pure version of the Snyderverse once Cell succeeds.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And we have Sin Havoc
Preach
here
it.
saying, are you acknowledging the Zack Snyder's Justice League IP, Batman? Yes, you are.
I always believed in that, Sin Havoc. I never doubted that.
Oh, yeah.
It took me a while to take Wonder Woman out of the canon, but I think honestly the thing is it's cleaner this way because once you put one film outside of Zack's trilogy in the Snyderverse, then people are like, "What about this film? What about
The
that
reason
film?"
the reason why Wonder Woman kind of gets a pass and could fit in there is because Zack Snyder was directly involved in it.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and
He was
okay, I'm sorry.
in a scene there.
Yeah.
He was in
And
the
he wrote
war
and he
zone.
came up with the story too. So
Yeah,
And
came
it kind of tied in with BVS because it kind of told the reason why she was the way she was in BVS. Sort of,
And the photo.
yeah, right. It kind of explained that, what was going on back there during that time in the photo of how she became Wonder Woman.
I mean, to be
And
fair, that movie.
Go ahead.
yeah.
I was
Go
going to
ahead.
say that movie did come out when Zack Snyder's version of Justice League was going to be canon in the DCU. So there's not really any real contradiction between the two films. But with the ZSJL IP, legally speaking, if Netflix gets the rights specifically to the ZSJL IP, which is
IP.
Man of Steel, Batman v
And
Superman, and Zack Snyder's Justice League, they may not be allowed to legally reference the events of Wonder Woman 2017 for that reason.
I feel you.
I don't know how that works. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just assuming that's how it works.
I think I kind of agree with that. That could be a possibility, but hopefully they found some way to like counteract that.
Well, I have a loophole with that. If they can release the Jenkins cut of Wonder Woman with the original third act, and like Netflix were to get the rights to that,
Say what now?
that's like, so the third act of Wonder Woman was messed with, was tampered by Jeff Johns.
Yeah.
So if they were
That
to get,
wasn't it?
yes, and if Netflix got the rights for the original version of that film, then that could be in the Snyderverse. Because technically, if Netflix has that license IP, like if they get the same thing with the Ayer cut, then technically speaking, if they own those licenses, they could incorporate those versions of the film into ZSJL 2 and 3, continuity-wise.
So you mean to tell me it was Joss Whedon's fault for her to jump up in the air and do the Jesus thing with the lightning, and there's areas he's done?
Jeff Johns,
Jeff
not
Johns.
Joss Whedon.
Jeff Johns.
I mean Jeff Johns.
Yeah, basically it was that or the third or the No Man's Land scene. Basically, one of those things had to be sacrificed.
The Curly Ray says, I need to head to bed, everyone. I will definitely be checking out the rest of the on the replay crew. But y'all have a wonderful night, everyone. Thank you very much for being here, the Curly Ray. It's always a pleasure. You being in the chat, man. Thank you so much for being here, Curly Ray.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, God bless you.
Let's see here.
That young man has a good heart.
Absolutely.
He does, right? Yep.
Yeah.
He does.
And shout out to Rebel Moon Theory. I love what he's doing with that. And he's, I guess,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, he's doing wonderful work with that too.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. And that's what I told him straight up. I'm like, you're by you doing that, that's something that this community needs. We've got Star Wars Theory, Rebel Moon Theory. That's awesome. That's great work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Verisimilitude doesn't mean it has to be realistic. It means it has to be believable inside the context of the story. Couldn't agree more.
That's true. That's true, Dark Plato.
Exactly.
It
doesn't have to be totally grounded in reality. It has to be in the reality of the situation going on in the story. Exactly.
In context with the original story, from Man of Steel to BBS and all those stuff.
Netflix paid $10 billion to the WWE. They can definitely pay millions of dollars for the Snyderverse IP. They wanted Zack Snyder's Justice League in 2021, but for some particular reason, they didn't give it to Netflix. Wonder. Well, yeah, they because they didn't have anything. It's like Skywalker was saying earlier on his stream, where he showed the French number, the rankings, and how Zack Snyder's Justice League was number four overall out of 5 movies, and at the top 5 movies, and it just goes to show that WB needed that for the money. WB knew that they would make money, be able to launch their platform off of Zack Snyder's back, all while having their shills crap all over it, because they just wanted to use Zack Snyder. That's all.
That's the only reason why they're still holding on to it, because they know that's their biggest asset that they have right now.
Well, honestly, in my opinion, it shouldn't be their biggest. Because they put it on digital to purchase, it'd be stupid to subscribe to HBO Max just for Zack Snyder's Justice League, because you can just watch it on digital, buy it on digital.
Yeah, or pirate it on digital.
Unfortunately, guys, Just Josh has some company over right now. Won't be able to join us live, but he said he will definitely check out the stream on replay. But that is kind of a bummer, because again, anytime we can get Just Josh and have so many of the cast of One Punch stand together in one place, I get excited. But before we lose Batdan, because Batdan said he could only be here for an hour. I kind of wanted to transition over to the main topic of today, which is why is it okay for James Gunn to make a dark, ultraviolet, depressing, and sad
movie
version of DC with these characters, with the stuff you're getting in Creature Commandos and the stuff we're getting in his Superman movie. But when Zack Snyder depicted this stuff in a much more adult manner,
it was a problem.
It was a problem, and these crybabies complained that he ruined their childhoods. So I want to get your opinions on that. But we're going to start with you, Bat Dan, since I know you got to leave soon. But I just want to just say right off of the bat, the hypocrisy of these James Gunn supporters is just off the charts. I've never seen anything like it. And don't even get me started. I'm not the world's biggest Grace Randolph defender, but I will say this: these people went too far with Grace Randolph. Go ahead, Bat Dan. What are your thoughts on that whole concept?
Well, I'm gonna sound like I'm changing the subject, but I'm not. Remember how people were upset when Superman killed Zod in Man of Steel, yet they had no problems with Superman killing a depowered Zod in Superman 2. So the reason for that and this is very simple. People have a hate boner for Zachary Edward Snyder. If James Gunn's name was Zack Snyder, that trailer would have been bombed by the mainstream media. That Creature Commandos reveal would have been bombed by the mainstream media. But because these people are so obsessed with hating Zack Snyder, it doesn't matter what he does. They're going to hate him no matter what. And see, this subconsciously proves it right here, right now, that the hate is manufactured, because they should be hating James Gunn's trailer based on that. And because when we're hating James Gunn's trailer, we're not even hating on the tone other than the hypocrisy of the situation. We're hating on the cheap suit designs. We're hating on the stupid looks. We're hating on the depowered the Superman being a wimp. That's what we're hating on. But these people, they want to hate Snyder.
Everything.
It's like the X-Men cartoon. Remember when Jubilee said, "What did we ever do to you?" And they said, "You were born." That's exactly Zack Snyder fans. Zack Snyder fans, and Zack Snyder's like, "What did we ever do to you?" The haters?
Yeah.
You were born.
It's over for you, Necron.
It's over for you, Necron.
Okay, and we're gonna get the word from the man himself.
But I don't know if Netflix finally has it and you could continue. Would you be open to it?
If Netflix had owned the rights to the to my the DC characters in my extended universe, of course I would absolutely whatever no question.
I will be very happy.
Yeah.
I will be very happy. And about superhero movies, I have to ask you, because you are one of the biggest figures in the industry. Do you feel that these movies are losing popularity? Because I think that, and why? Precisely why? Why do you think it's happening?
I mean, we've been watching superhero movies every weekend for 15 years or something like that, right? Yeah. So it's not outrageous that there is that the graph is gonna fluctuate, yeah. And so I just think that I don't think by any means that I don't think the superhero movie is completely done. I think that but I do feel like there's an onus on the filmmakers and on the people who are the guardians of this IP to be sure that they are bringing audiences the highest quality material they can, because now audiences are very sophisticated. They know they know it. They know the stories now. You need to surprise them again.
So there it is from the man himself, Zack Snyder, the truth.
Oh my
So Zack's
God.
not done?
No, I don't think so.
He's not done.
He's not done.
He's not done.
Oh my God. How could Superman kill Zod? How? I mean, what was he supposed to do? He's going to
guys,
telling Superman straight out, I'm going to kill him. You're not going to stop me.
Brin.
I'm going to kill him. What was he supposed to do? And like Batman said earlier,
Brin.
in Superman 2, he killed all three of them. He took their powers and threw
Both
Zod down a hole.
versions.
He threw Zod down a hole. Lois Lane smacked old girl and threw her in the hole.
But they made it. But the difference, Bishop, is that they made it. They made it tongue in cheek. Made it funny, like a comic book. They made it goofy. So because they made it goofy, it was okay. It was acceptable. And always remember this, guys. Death is acceptable to an audience if you make it comical.
Yeah.
I don't know. That feels worse to me, honestly. But I do get
it does. It does.
But it's true. It can be accepted by the audience. Whereas the serious tone of Man of Steel and the dire consequences of what was actually happening, okay, is something else. It's just all about perspective. I mean, they want to crap all over Snyder because of that, but it's hypocrisy because the same thing happened in the Donner version, but it was just done in a different way. So if Snyder would have somehow made it funny when Cavill snapped his neck, it would have been acceptable.
He would have been James Gunn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people. Go ahead, Batman.
I was gonna say, problem is though, his name is still Zack Snyder, so then we complain about them joking about death.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How can he be so? How can he make such jokes about such a serious situation? How could he could never win. And couldn't they see the anguish that he didn't want to do that because when he did it, the primal scream that came out of him. They didn't hear that?
Yeah, he didn't want to kill Zod. He killed Zod because he had to. It wasn't he didn't have a choice. So it was, the problem is, and I think this is the problem with these gunman children. Snyder depicts these heroes in a way that how they would be if they really existed in our world. This is really what would happen if he existed in our world. If this is what it would get. If you want the more corny, ironically, Superman being corn sweat. It just anyway.
Corn is viable.
And honestly, people didn't get that an irresistible force versus an immovable object is kind of hard to decide which is which. And
listen to Dr. Qatar.
One will have to surrender. And, the death of Zod is like inevitable.
Inevitable. Fascinating. Yes, fascinating. Fascinating. So I just don't understand why it's acceptable for James Gunn. I mean, these people are literally cheering on everything that James Gunn is doing, even to the point where it's almost like I use this analogy. It's like a person going into a voting booth and there's a referendum on the ballot. And they're going into the voting booth and they're voting against their own interest. That's what it almost feels like to me. It's like you're voting against your own interest. You're telling me that it wasn't acceptable when Snyder was doing it, but Gunn is doing the exact same thing. So how is it acceptable? It's not acceptable. It doesn't matter who's doing it. It's still not acceptable if we go by your standards, if we go by your all your criticisms that you were leveling at Snyder. Oh, this wouldn't happen. Superman wouldn't do this. Oh, it's too dark. Oh, Superman never smiles. Oh, this, all that, and the other. But if it's the same thing that Gunn's doing, this is when I've come to realize, guys, it's all about tribalism. It has nothing to do with what you believe. It has nothing to do with what you actually support. These people don't believe or support anything. They support specific people. So if I like this guy, so everything he does is okay. But the guy over here that was doing the exact same thing, since I don't like him, I'm going to spit on everything he does. But it's okay if my guy does the exact same thing.
The exact same thing.
And real quickly,
the exact same thing. Okay, it's ridiculous. And I would see when the trailer came out, and I was looking through YouTube. I'm looking at this.
Hold that thought, Bishop. We got to wrap up Bat Dan. Go ahead, Bat Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to get going because I got work tomorrow. So I just want to say thank you guys for having me on. And I want to just say a quick thank you to all the people who've been supporting Bat Dan's Thoughts, because as of this week, I have crossed 500 subscribers. So
congrats. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, Bat Dan.
And I still need some more views before I'm monetized. So we'll still be pumping that. And when I'm at 550 subscribers, once I have like a little cushion, I'll do a celebration stream. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you again for having me on, and have a bat-tastic.
Okay, he cut himself off before he could finish, and so I guess in honor of Bat Dan, we'll do a drop, because Bat
Roll
Dan,
that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, we're gonna drop something right now. Here. Let's see what I could drop here. Because we got to drop something in honor of Mr. Bat Dan.
Come on, big boy.
Decide which one I want to. Yeah, I'm trying to decide which one I want to put out here.
Fight me.
I thought it's funny because it's always like this when you're doing a live stream and you want to drop certain things, and then
fantastic day.
Then you forget where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Oh, I know where it is. I'm so stupid. Don't mind me. It's my mind is going because I'm over here doing all this crazy stuff, all this movie stuff.
You are the James Brown of the internet. you and Qatar, because Qatar he posts like 13 shows a day. So
okay, we're dropping this in honor of One Punch Dan. Here we go.
Yes.
I'm leading a battle. Isage and her ruthless cyborgs want humanity decimated. Her plan is to terraform Earth, leaving only artificial intelligence to conquer our world. I'm not letting that happen, and it's going to take more than just me to stop her. I will enlist the help of the greatest superheroes alive. This war ends now.
Are you here to help, or are you just another one of Isage's spies?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and a vision
help is on the way, son.
That was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, 'neath
I'm so in love with you, Danny.
I turn my collar to the cold and dead. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence.
Fight time.
And in the naked light I saw
So you are the legendary Isage. Fascinating.
people talking without speaking.
Come on, cyborg bitches. Is that all you got for me?
Come on, bitch boy, bring it on. Fight me.
It's over for you, Necron.
That's over for you, Necron.
No, you that guy.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Yeah.
So,
the
you're the legendary Isage. Fascinating. I love it.
Yeah, so we got a lot to be excited about with regards to One Punch Man coming up, and you guys are in it. You guys are all, it's so great that I can have the cast. I can at least have some of the cast members of the. I'm not quite sure yet. The runtime is fluctuating right now between about 70 and 90 minutes. So we'll see, because I'm actually working on the assembly cut. So we'll see how it shakes out. I'm not quite sure yet. The exact
That would be dope.
Absolutely.
But you had a thought, Bishop, you were trying to make before Batman left.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about when the trailer came out, and I was looking on YouTube, to see people's trailer reactions, and I just saw some of this, just the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. This one dude was literally blubbering. Every scene when he take me home, he was like, oh my God. I'm like, really? Are you serious? It's that serious, son. And then he was like, I have to watch it again. I have to watch it again. And he cried throughout the entire thing. And then I saw another, it was a young woman and her daughter. And they were watching it. And this is her the whole time.
Oh, God.
I'm like, are y'all
That
really
trailer
serious?
is so mid. It's so mid. And I will discuss this trailer of Superman L on Wednesday night, Thursday morning here. I recorded something for that, just that, and but it won't be live.
Okay. It's just I'm like, you guys can't possibly be I mean, listen, I am very tolerant with movies and different things. I loved Halle Berry's Catwoman. I loved it. And people can't stand it. But I loved it. And I think she did a good job. And so I'm lenient with kind of, with some of these films. But the trailer itself just shows me I don't want to see any of it. He's Star-Lord with a cape. It's awful. You can see the Guardians kind of thing all over it. You can see the style he did with the Suicide Squad.
It's a Marvel thing. It's a Marvel film. That's
Not even so much a Marvel thing. It's more of a James Gunn thing. Because even his Guardians movies, they were in the Marvel universe, but they were kind of they were part of the canon, but they weren't the same kind of flavor as the rest of everything else. To me, they were good, and I loved all three of them. It's just that they weren't the same kind of flavor is like an Iron Man or or something like that. It wasn't the same, but I liked them. And but that same flavor that he has with that bubble of the way he directs, it's all of his things are the same to me. Like the Peacemaker show, the Suicide Squad, the Guardians of the
Scooby
Galaxy.
Doo.
I didn't even see Scooby Doo, but they're all the same. They're all the same flavor, the
Yeah,
same
they are.
stupid jokes. Creature Commandos, the same stupid jokes that pre-adolescent humor, pre-pubescent humor that's funny to little kids, but it's not funny to grown people. I don't need to see Peacemaker walking through the jungle in his drawers. Why? For what? I mean, for why?
Rituals. It's
I
because of
mean,
rituals.
yeah. There's a lot of all that in there too. Because James is very weird, and I believe he deals in all of that mess.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that too. But it's just I'm all down for dumb humor. I like to giggle at stupid things. I used to like Porky's, for God's sake. Okay, I loved Porky's. So saith the shepherd, so saith the flock. I love okay, but I don't know what it is about James Gunn. It's just he's creepy to me. He's just creepy.
I love this comment by Sin Havoc. Why did Rick Flag Sr. look like James Gunn?
Exactly.
It's like an allegory of like for like his relationship with Jennifer Holland, the princess, in the show,
and why did the princess look just like his wife?
Right.
Yeah, you said it. You said it, Qatar.
This is the thing, guys. You write about what you know. You write about things you actually go through and experience, and things that are important to you, and then you fantasize and you apply fantastical elements to situations in your own life to be able to create a cohesive story. And I'll use One Punch Man as an example. It's like I based One Punch Man, the character, mainly off of Bat-Dan. But then I took things that I knew, things that I thought would enhance the character and add to the character, and built that around it to make the One Punch Man character. Same thing with all the other characters. I know all you guys, so I was able to take, bits of your personality, bits of what I know you to be, and the kind of people that I know you are, and transfer that into these characters, and then in some ways either flip it 360 degrees or turn it upside down or heighten it a little bit, expand it. In the case of just Josh, I took Josh's personality and amped up the humor index by 10 so that he would be wisecracking and funny throughout the film. So you're going to have that comic relief. But the point is, this whole relationship, this whole thing with James Gunn is, you can tell that this is the kind of stuff that James Gunn thinks about. This is his mentality. It comes through. He cannot help himself. So when you see stuff like that, when you see, the allegorical concept of Rick Flag Sr. looking like James Gunn, and then the princess, the underage princess that he's sleeping with in the cartoon, looks uncannily like his wife in real life, it tells you exactly where we are. So
she has the exact same haircut, for God's sakes.
Sin Havoc has put something in the chat.
What do you say?
Oh boy.
Why is James Gunn appearing all the time in animation for every DC Studios project?
Why? Why? And can somebody explain to me why did he put that disturbing cartoon at the beginning of Joker 2?
That's disturbing.
That was all James Gunn, by the way. Those
are Gunn notes. That's why
and it
the
had
director was pissed off.
Yeah, and it had nothing to do with the movie. Nothing.
Yeah, this is another lie from James Gunn. He said he sees Superman in himself, but in reality, he sees Rick Flag Jr. in him with Jennifer Holland, his wife. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, James Gunn sees everybody in himself, I guess. You need
to see Papa. And
I will admit, you do. I do admit, from a writing perspective, you do have to see some of yourself in every character you write.
Nobody sees what he's telling everyone.
Because in order for you to be able to convey a message from that character, you have to know what that character's thinking.
Yeah.
So that's why all characters have to have a little bit of you in it. That's why Weasel has done so well.
Yeah.
Because James Gunn and his brother Sean are two creepy individuals.
Yes,
they're both weasels,
and their creepiness and weaselness extends far beyond just a love of these characters.
Exactly.
There is some creepy stuff in Creepy Commandos.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
It's disturbing.
Listen, like I said, I haven't seen. I only watched the first 2 episodes, and I didn't want to see any more.
I'm scared to watch Creature Commandos. I mean,
me too.
I'd rather watch Suicide Squad Isekai.
Yeah,
the anime version. Man,
I would say that Creature Commandos, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the highest and 10 being 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, Creature Commandos is a -0.
Thank you.
Because it is so far removed from anything that you would expect from a series that is supposed to launch a cinematic universe. Who in their right mind launches their big cinematic universe with a cartoon?
Especially that kind of cartoon.
Especially an R-rated, borderline X-rated cartoon.
Yes.
It's
and he has a strange obsession with men in draws. Because, like I said, Peacemaker was running around through the jungle in the draws, and then Rick Flag in the cartoon in I think the second episode, when he was fighting in the kitchen, he was fighting in his draws. What is going on with him in these draws?
Well, see, James Gunn has an obsession with drawers.
He got to men
don't go
in drawers,
far, man.
Right,
Superman.
Right,
he likes Superman in trunks.
Why does Superman have his underwear on the outside?
Yeah.
If you really look at that image of Batman on the outside and Creature Commandos, it looks like he has his underwear on the outside as well.
Oh my Lord, he just loves draws. He just is
well, James Gunn. Let's be fair. James Gunn was probably an underoos kid, most likely.
Probably.
So that's why. If you remember anything about underoos was essentially underwear that looked like superhero trunks.
Yeah.
That they wear over their costumes. So when you got underoos, you could get it like in the style of like a superhero, like Superman or
Batman,
Aquaman or Batman.
You could even get Wonder Woman. Even though
I think you could get Wonder Woman, and I think the Wonder Woman version was actually edible, but I might be mistaken. all I know for sure is that the concept of James Gunn, James Gunn is basically bringing it back. He's bringing all of this stuff back from a bygone age that we've moved so far. Zack Snyder tried so hard to move us to move these heroes into a much more serious era, because he wanted you to take these characters seriously. Even Jason Momoa, again, all the stuff we said about Jason Momoa notwithstanding, the idea of taking his Aquaman and making Aquaman into a cool character.
Cool.
When all the kids back in the day in school, they used to play, if you were chosen when kids were playing Justice League, if you were chosen to be the kid to play Aquaman, it was because the other kids didn't respect you. Okay, that's the truth. That's the reality. You were a loser.
Aquaman.
Right, you were a loser. You were a loser.
It's time to call your fish.
In the Marvel films where it's tongue in cheek, but they don't wear their trunks on the outside, right?
No.
James Gunn is the only guy who is campaigning to bring back the trunks.
I mean, if they're
And he's
done right,
blaming
they could be fine.
Corin Sweat.
Right. You don't make it a depends like an adult diaper.
A granny panty. It's just, I mean, if it's done right, like the way they did Superman Returns with Brendan Routh, that suit was sickening, and he had the trunks. It was a good suit. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen fan art of the David Cornswell suit. I've seen a fan art of it. You know how it's supposed to look, and it would look sickening if they did it like that. But no, they didn't. They have his drawers so big. What is with the design team on there? Why are the clothing tight as hell, but they look baggy? I don't know.
like tidy whities, but just like.
But they're baggy though.
They're baggy because they were like. Maybe they weren't dry. Maybe they weren't dried. Maybe they
kids.
dried right.
Really down.
Something, but they're so damn tight you can see all his business and what religion he is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it. And we're not gonna get on Mr. Terrific. I know I ask that question every time I'm live with you guys. I'm not gonna ask it again, even though nobody answered my question. I'm not gonna ask it again. Because obviously it's got something to do with the wardrobe. Right. Yes. How the hell can they be baggy and tight as hell at the same time? But I'm not going to say it. Because obviously it's the design team. Somehow they've managed to make a miracle with clothing. You can make it tight and baggy at the same time. So I don't know where that skill comes from.
From the beginning, they planned to edit the costumes and CGI the hell out of those things.
You can't CGI that damn good. Come on. Why would you want to do that? Just make them fit in the first damn place. Oh my God. It's so disgusting. I just keep thinking of the Superman suit and it's making me depressed. That is the worst Superman suit I have ever seen in live action or in comics.
For some reason, this reminds me of the Superman costume. You see what I'm talking about? You see the look there?
Exactly. Just make them red.
Absorbs 25% more of its weight, which could explain why David Cornsweat they're tight, but they look baggy at the same time.
Yeah, because of the piss, because he had the piss knocked out of his ass in the damn trailer. Yeah, he needed something to catch all that.
And it seems that maximum absorbency means that he pisses on his pants.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. And he does it with a smile, just like this man.
Qatar, I'm not messing with you.
He's just like this is a man who is really serious when he says hello, lady.
Oh, damn it, man.
by
Oh, it's
Joyce.
awful. It's just awful. Can you imagine what he would do to my girl?
You see it all the time.
Do- Can you imagine what he would do to my girl Diana Prince, aka the Wonder Woman? Can you imagine? She would have no clothes on. She would have a thong on with one star, and she.
Okay, guys. Now, is that Mr. Terrific? Well, yeah, that's Mr. Terrific with a haircut and without his makeup.
Where? Who? Are you talking about Mr. Depends? Oh, I know his Mr. Terrific's suit has got to be uncomfortable. It looks uncomfortable. Just like Hawk Girl said that her suit was riding up in certain places that she could, then it was hurting her. It was so tight, it was hurting her.
Well,
And that's sad because she don't look like a Hawk nor a girl.
Well, I mean, the things you do for a role, I guess. You know.
Yeah, you're getting paid. Why you think Cornswabble got on the suit? Because he's getting paid. And we all know, listen, we all know the reason why he picked Cornswabble. It's because he looks like Henry. It's a slap in the face to us. It's like we're not going to use Henry. We're not going to use the man that you want, but we're going to get somebody to look just like him.
Well, that that's the one. That's the one thing I that's another thing I can give, and that's two things I can give James Gunn credit for. At least he managed to make David Cornsweet look so unrecognizable that he doesn't look like Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
he looks like a Bizarro, cosplayer. Yeah, a Bizarro cosplayer pretending to be Superman, but he doesn't look like Henry Cavill. Not at all. Not even in the face at all.
In the trailer, in the trailer and everything, he doesn't. But in all the still shots, they try to pose him the same way. They try to make him have the same features. You can tell that's what they're trying to do. It's just he's not slick, and he looks like Vegeta. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, James Gunn looks like Vegeta to me in Super Saiyan mode.
In Super Saiyan mode.
He's just creepy. Ooh. He does. He makes my skin itch. He's one of those. He's one of the people that I shake his hand. I got to go wash my hands.
Right.
Oh my God! Yeah, just imagine.
Ugh. Who knows what kind of depraved things he be doing at home with his. We know he loves the party.
Sin Havoc tells us straight up: you're not getting Wonder Woman. You're getting Wonder Girl. Donna Troy. Right?
I heard that. Troy. I heard that, Sin. I heard that. And Lord God Almighty, he's not going to do her right. He's good. The other one on the Titans, they barely did her right. As a matter of fact, we're not even gonna get on the Titans, but didn't nobody ask for Donna Troy? We want Diana Prince, the Wonder Woman, my sister. Okay.
Don't insult Henry Cavill, Bishop. Henry Cavill is an OG Superman and a handsome man.
Damn right. He's just got he's Superman. Damn it.
Yeah, we got Tony Khan. We got Tony Khan Kent. Yep, for sure.
Yeah. Tony Khan Kent.
Tony Khan Kent.
He's emo Kent. With a a black poodle on his forehead.
And somebody told me that was Cornsweet's real hair. I don't believe it.
It is. It's just the way they styled it. It looks like it's fake.
It just looks fake.
Did you
Hmm.
see? Did you see
Yeah.
Corn Sweat's other roles?
His other
Honestly,
roles.
I have. Yeah, I haven't,
I'm
except
not
for
interested.
Twisters. Except for Twisters, which I
I've
didn't watch
never
for
heard of.
him.
I have never heard of Cornswoggle until this movie. Never heard of it.
Plus, he
And
has a
come to
new
find out,
song,
guys, did you know that
"I
at
Kiss
the
a
end of
Guy."
well, listen, did y'all know at the end of Peacemaker that he was the one in the Superman suit?
Was he? Was he that one? I think it's a different actor.
That was Cornswoggle in that suit when they was silhouette when they had the silhouette of the Justice League back there. That was him in that suit. James Gunn been up to his bull for a long time.
A
Yeah.
period piece actor. Period
That's
piece.
definitely a period piece. It almost does look like a fake wig, but I could see how it is his real hair.
This
They
is
just
the
styled
reason
it
I know
Frank
it's his
better.
hair
C
because
said, "No, it was that stunt guy." Yeah,
oh, I had heard it was him, but yeah, you could tell it's because it's another scene that stupid scene with him and why was I going to say Uncle Ben? This not Spider Man, Dennis. His Uncle him, his uncle. Yeah, when he was sitting there with his uncle, you could tell that is his the way he had it. It's his hair. They just styled it stupid. That's supposed to be the modern day kind of haircut for the young guys or whatever. It's so dumb. It looks stupid. So
and they portrayed Clark Kent as a dork, following
yeah,
Christopher Reeves. So
that
he shouldn't have that kind of hair.
okay. He's tried. I wish Gunn would stop that. In one breath, he's talking about something he wants to make a new, different direction going there, and in the same breath, you got this Christopher, you got the Donner theme song, and you got him acting like Christopher Reeve. What the hell?
Yeah, it's all hopeful, isn't it? Very hopeful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's real hopeful when you got your dog dragging you across the frozen tundra because you got beat up by something and don't nobody know what the hell you got beat up by, but you telling him, home, take me home. And you getting
He was
drugged. You don't think
probably
it's gonna
beat up
hurt for him to drag you all the way across the frozen tundra?
by this by Rocket Raccoon. It was really
Rocket somewhere, bro, probably. He probably at the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's just gonna be completely nuts, this whole thing we're getting. And here, this is exactly what we have here. This is legacy in a nutshell, people. Right? Superman Legacy, a film not directed by Zack Snyder. There you go. Check it out. That's everything that you need to see. That sums up the entire thing, right?
That's it right there. Oh,
why
that's
does
great.
Lex
Did you
Luthor
make that
look
side?
like a James Gunn?
No.
Oh, I was about to say. Oh, it's sickening. And can I ask another question? In the trailer, when he's walking into the courthouse or wherever the hell he's going into, they know he's Superman, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Then why in the hell are you throwing a can at him? Like it's going to do anything?
and why
That's
does he
dumb.
flinch when the can hits him?
It's you're Superman. Bullets bounce off of you. Why are you flinching because of a can?
Brandon
God.
Routh Superman was shot in the eye and he didn't move.
Didn't flinch. He didn't even blink. He just did this.
Yeah,
And boom. He gets hit with a damn pop can, and really? Oh dear God, this is going to be just a train wreck. And why is the Green Lantern fighting outside of your window with some kind of god like damn creature, and you standing there smooching with Lois? What? What? Don't you think you need to get out there? I don't get. It's going to be horrible, y'all. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be awful.
That kaiju reminds me of that dragon from Fury of the Gods.
Do you
Same
have to bring up that
same
little
thing,
shit?
same thing, same thing. Peter Safran thing.
Zod made a better kaiju than they did. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, you gonna get on that? You gonna really make me talk about that little itty bitty dragon that was sitting up there blowing fire, and Hawk Girl come flying, act like she ain't never flew in her life, and she act like she about to fall out the sky, and she gonna get burned up in the flames.
This says it all right here, guys. Hopeful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that hopeful? Is that hopeful to you?
Oh
Does
boy,
that look hopeful?
Oh, he looks so hopeful. Oh, he looks like he's so hopeful. He's hopeful that he's going to get his ass whooped again. That's what he's hopeful.
He's about
From
to get
the
another
director of Guardians of the Galaxy, not the Suicide Squad.
He looks so hopeful that any minute he's about to get the snot beat right back out of him. He's so hopeful that his dog is going to come to the rescue and drag his happy ass back to the damn Fortress of Solitude one more time. He's so damn hopeful that he actually thinks that people are going to come to the theater to watch him. He's really hopeful. Lord, just look at him. Don't that picture just inspire hope?
Yeah, it inspires me. I mean, I've changed my entire, view on the movie now. I mean, my God, guys.
Listen, I've changed my whole view on life.
That is hope. Yeah, on life.
On life itself. That is the epitome of hope. Man, if y'all don't get the hell
That
out
to
of
me
here.
is Star-Lord.
What'd you say?
With a cape. That to me is Star-Lord in a cape. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Star-Lord after his daddy whooped his ass. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Back before he lost his godly powers. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is definitely hopeful. This is definitely
I mean, I'm feeling positive right now, boy. I'll tell you, I can go outside right now
Very hopeful.
and just be hopeful.
We're go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and remove the hopium, and we're gonna
the hopium. I like that. The hopium. That's what that is.
We're gonna, yeah, we're gonna just let that one, we're gonna just let that one simmer for a little while, guys.
The hopium. I like that.
So I don't know, guys. For me, I feel like, again, getting back to the main topic, I feel like the hypocrisy is ridiculous. And if people are going to criticize Snyder for his take on Superman, then James Gunn should be subject to the same criticisms.
Show the last picture I sent you.
I totally agree.
Go ahead, Zod. Show that last picture.
Oh my Lord. What did you do, Qatar?
It's a Sin Havoc.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're gonna
Sin. See,
do
Sin. Sin like to start up a whole bunch of mess. See, what is this? Oh my Lord.
Honestly, the suit looks like a diving.
It's like a shark bite suit.
It does.
Scuba gear. That's true.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Please tell me that's Photoshop.
It's Photoshop.
Oh my Lord. Because it do look like a scuba suit. It's just, but to me, it kind of, in certain pictures, it looks like a blanket. It looks like it's made out of blanket material. Like, I don't know. It's awful.
This
It's
is
too
why
damn bright.
it's
It's too damn
loose.
bulky. Yeah.
So
It's too
many
bulky.
trees.
It looked like Star-Lord's suit. The only thing on it I like is the cape. And that's it. Because I like that cape. It's long.
What?
I always say that Superman's cape need to hit the floor, just like Henry Cavill's. Henry Cavill's cape was perfect. Because it was big and it hit the floor. And I always had a theme. I always had a theory to tell people too about Superman. I said it in a couple of live streams a while back. The reason when Superman is sitting in the air and his cape is flapping, it's not because of the wind. It's because of the power that's generating off of him. And the reason I know that is from Man of Steel, when he was fighting and he was on the ground. And when he lifted himself up off the ground and he was still like that, y'all remember that scene?
Mm-hmm.
That you could see, and when he was flying, when he first flew, and he had his fist, and the rocks and stuff started revolving around his fist. That's from the power he generates, and that's the same thing when he was on the ground and he lifted himself up. You could see the power like spread the rocks and stuff out as it was generating off his body. That's what makes him fly. And that's why the cape flaps like that every time he sits in the air. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you know what? I want to show something hopeful right now. I want to show something as almost like a palate cleanser to to get the taste out of that slimy
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to show something a little bit better, because it's just sad,
Yeah, we need something to just cleanse our, like you said, cleanse our palate and just, woosah.
Cleanse our palate a little bit here. We're gonna do
Give
that.
some
Right
hope
now.
to the masses.
Find something a little more hopeful,
If we continue to talk about Superman L, there's no hope.
Listen, we keep talking about Superman L. I'm going to be so hopeful. I'm going to go to sleep.
All right.
You're gonna be so hopeful. Yeah.
I'll be so hopeful. I'm just going to go straight.
So hopeful you're going to bed, huh? Okay. Well,
Palate cleanser.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and show a palate cleanser here, guys.
Good. Hey,
Yolanda.
Bye. Look, I love this video.
Yolanda, you are a beautiful angel. Exploring and worshiping your body is beyond special. I want you, I need you, I crave you so much. The softness of your skin, the intoxication of your touch. You taste so good, I can't get enough. Yolanda, you are everything, a goddess of love. Our passion is the key, there is so much we can be as I devour every inch of you. Nobody else compares to you. Feeling this genuine and unquestionably true. Oh. Honestly, reconnecting with you gave me the best night of my life. You helped me through a very rough time. My being an angel, so beautiful and kind. I'll do anything to be with you again. Whoa. I'll do anything to be with you again. Our chemistry is magnetically powerful. We're a match made in heaven. Yolanda, so beautiful and kind. I'm crazy for your love, now it's the time. Letting our bodies merge as one. There is no end to our fun. We can do this forever. Let's never say never. You are a beautiful angel. Exploring and worshiping your body is beyond special. I want you, I need you, I crave you so much. The softness of your skin, the intoxication of your touch. Yolanda, baby, you are a beautiful angel. Exploring and worshiping your body is beyond special. I want you, I need you, I crave you so much. The softness of your skin, the intoxication of your touch.
Dr. Zod.
Yes, man. I love
Dr. Zod. And okay, yeah, the viewers can come back now. I played the trailer. Y'all can come back now. I literally was watching the counter as our viewer count was dropping as soon as the trailer started. That's hilarious to me. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'm excited. It's going to be a great movie, you guys. That's the little love story in the movie. That's for people that want that. There's going to be a lot of superhero action, a lot of crazy drama and stuff. But that's the love story part. So
listen,
you gotta have a good love story in there somewhere too.
People may be trying to, people may, do like you said with the views were dropping off and stuff, but that's okay because they don't understand. There's going to be all kinds of intrigue and love and mystery and hopefulness and God and powers and fighting and conquest and redemption. It's all that in there, you see, and they may not totally get it yet.
You only saw the surface of what One Punch Dan really is.
Yeah, it really is. I'm really trying to, it's like I'm going to keep showing trailers. I'm going to keep, giving you guys little tidbits and little, up until I release it in July. So, hopefully people, can kind of understand that, this is my first feature film. So I'm going to, continue to promote it. And I know you guys want to hear me. I know you guys want to hear me talk about the DC stuff. I know you guys want to hear me, dunk on James Gunn, and I'm going to be doing a lot of that. But I got to promote the movie too. It's like I'm seeing the numbers go back up. It's just funny to me because
y'all be shaming yourself.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. In fact, I actually, we got, we've got one of the creators of One Punch Man. We've got Sin Havoc here in the chat, and I'm going to gonna play something. I'm gonna play something here too. So the numbers, the numbers will probably drop again. But we're gonna play something. We're going to play something here in a minute here. Let me see what we got here.
This is going to be sick.
Now, when it blow up, then y'all going to want to jump on the bandwagon, see? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta find it first, guys.
Dr. Zod, the
bear with me. I gotta.
I know which one you're going for, Zod, too. I know exactly.
I gotta find it. As if I don't have enough controversy, right? But here's another little One Punch Dan teaser for
Seen
it in another life, in another time. A man sacrificed himself for what he believed. He had unshakable faith in humanity, said he was dying for the sins of this world. His brutal death was beyond moving, powerful, so much more than any words I can or will ever speak. I was a Roman soldier. My fate was just. When I died, I was reborn, told by the redeemed, I am a warrior for the side of light. Today, One Punch Dan and the rest of the team know me as Sin Havoc, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Just to be with the one he loves. How many times has he broken that promise?
Sin Havoc is in One Punch Dan.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all have no idea what's going on in this movie. It's going to be our boy Sin Havoc was a Roman centurion that was there at the time of at Jesus' death, and he got resurrected and became a warrior for light. And he's fighting on our team. Y'all don't understand. There's all kinds of different stories like that's going on in there.
Roma Invicta.
Right. You know, and Dr. Katara, y'all have no idea his role in it because he has a major role in there when it comes to all the heroes. And so y'all just don't understand. But that's all right. Y'all go ahead. Every time something is played, y'all go ahead and leave the situation. And that's okay. Because y'all going to be missing out when the whole thing drops and everybody's going to be all over it. And then y'all going to want to jump on the bandwagon. But that's okay because we still going to be moving on and we're going to be doing what we're going to be doing now.
It's definitely great. Again, having everybody in there. You know, Sin Havoc is you know, a huge supporter, and of course, you know, he's got a great role in One Punch Dan. I love his character. You guys haven't seen any of the cool stuff that Sin Havoc does in this movie. I feel bad. I feel like, you know, taking like a mini cut of the movie and throwing it out there and just being like, here, watch the first 15 minutes of the movie and then tell me what you think.
No, they don't deserve it yet.
Listen. I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying is it's a feeling, it's a reaction. Like, hey, I could drop this, and you know, people might be excited about it, and you know, this is something that I'm going to put on the my YouTube channel shortly after, you know, well, maybe not even shortly after, maybe before, you know, maybe we'll drop it before the
Come on, Sin.
All right. Look at this.
If I can't have this world, let it all burn.
I know that's right. That's my daughter. I'll get it. That's my daughter. I'll get it back in line. Don't worry about it, y'all.
I love this. I love this post from Sin Havoc here. I don't even know what ZodWriter's doing with my character. No, you don't.
You don't.
I haven't said. I haven't told anybody really. I'm just. It's.
Oh, he didn't know.
We got hints of what it is, but you know.
You've got some hints, but
yeah, right. It's
oh yes,
it's gonna be
you
a
got
surprise.
Yeah. You friends with the
Describe
dish.
no Sin.
Because I'm including everybody, and that wanted to be a part of this. I'm including everybody, and this is one of those projects for me that it just feels great to have so many great people involved with it, you know, in that way. So I'm super hyped.
And Zod, I just want to, I want to, big you up real quick while we're on live in front of everyone, because listen, y'all don't understand. I'm one of the executive producers, and I take that role seriously. And me and Zod, we be having meetings and be talking and stuff, and he run ideas by me, and I run ideas by him and things. And I've seen a lot of stuff that's going on in this movie and how hard he's working. and how it's coming together. When I tell you you are not ready, I mean that. I'm not just saying that to be hyped or anything. I'm telling y'all for real, y'all are not ready for this. This man is putting his heart and his soul into this stuff and is coming along brilliantly. Okay, and once again, I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of it and to brainstorm with you and just do anything I can to help you bring this to fruition. I thank you for that, man, because it's you're I'm actually I get a chance to actually see the genius behind the curtain. I see his motors running. Okay, the boy good. Okay, the boy good.
That's your job. You're one of the executive producers of One Punch Man. You and Qatar and and Batman and Josh. You guys are the guys that I am going to continue to gravitate towards when it comes to all the behind the scenes stuff with this project, because I need to know, I need to hear that. It needs to be conveyed to me as to what, when you talk about bouncing off ideas and things like that. Darshan says, hey Zod, have you put yourself in the movie as well, like James Gunn does, with a white hair and a beautiful wife? Well, no, my character in the movie is Dr. Zod. And you saw my character earlier when I played the Yolanda trailer. Dr. Zod and Yolanda are together in this movie, and
Dr. Zod and Yolanda are running away together.
If you're wondering what Zod is doing in the movie, it's Yolanda. That's what he's doing in the movie.
Right. That's my role in the movie. My role in the movie is to be My role in the movie is to be the boy toy of Yolanda. That's the role of my role in the movie, period. And Sin Havoc says it here. The scribes remember. Dr. Darth Plato says, I'm probably just the pizza delivery guy. You'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see, Darth Plato. You'll have to wait and see, my friend. But I can tell you right now with absolute certainty, you are not the pizza delivery guy.
No, you're not.
Yeah, my character is actually a doctor in the movie, and he's a doctor by profession, but he's a doctor of love by every other standard. So he's sort of
love struck with Yolanda.
He's a love doctor.
Yeah, there's a lot. All that matters to him really is being with Yolanda. He doesn't really care about anything. His life can be summed up to Yolanda, pretty much. What's up?
Yolanda. Somebody asked in the laboratory, be like, "Well, where's Dr. Zod?" Yolanda. Oh, okay.
Right. That's all anybody ever has to say. It's sort of that's just sort of the scenario here. So,
have you seen Dr. Zod today? Yolanda. Oh, okay. All right.
So I want to go give a little bit of
epic tale of
let's see. We gotta start this at the beginning here. I don't know why it's doing that. Stop sharing for a moment and get it at the beginning. And now that I have it at the beginning, I can share again. Yeah, so the thing with sharing. Let's see, share screen. Okay, here we go.
Hey there, superhero fans. Buckle up because today we're diving deep into an epic tale of heroism, betrayal, and redemption. This is the story of One Punch Man and his incredible team of heroes as they take on the fearsome cyborg queen, Isage. Isage, once a half-human, half-cyborg woman, is now controlled by the ultimate evil, an AI with plans to terraform Earth into a world dominated by artificial intelligence. Humanity's fate hangs in the balance, and there's only one team that can stop her. Led by the unstoppable One Punch Man, this team includes Pretty Punch, Just Josh, the Bishop, To Flame, Alpha Pass, and the Cordovan Speedster. Our story kicks off when Michael Sanderson, father of the Cordovan speedster, arrives at One Punch headquarters. His son, Jay Sanderson, has been kidnapped by Isegae's ruthless cyborgs. One Punch Dan wastes no time and sends his most trusted hero, Alpha Pass, on a daring mission to rescue Jay. Now, Alpha Pass isn't just any hero. She's a divine heavenly angel sent by God, destined to die and resurrect to unite the heroes. In an intense battle, he falls to the cyborgs but is reborn with shoulder-length white hair, a heart pure as gold, and an immortal soul. This spiritual warrior is back, stronger and braver than ever. Meanwhile, Justice partners Just Josh and the Bishop are on their own mission. These legendary heroes are tasked with dispatching as many cyborgs as possible and keeping the population safe. With Just Josh's wisecracking humor and the Bishop's steadfast resolve, they make an unstoppable duo. And then there's One Punch Dan and Pretty Punch, the ultimate power. Their synergy, both as heroes and partners, is unparalleled. Together, they lead the charge against Isegae and her cyborg army. Along the way, they face not only cyborgs, but also anti-heroes like the Dark Lord Necron and the Vigilante Savage. The climax reaches a fever pitch as One Punch Dan confronts Isegae for the final showdown. With his solar mega fist punch, he delivers a devastating blow. But just when it seems like victory is theirs, Thar Jackal, Isegae's ex-husband, emerges vowing revenge. The battle is far from over. But it's not just action and battles. The world of One Punch Dan is filled with mystery, romance, and spiritual enlightenment. Characters like the tarot card-wielding Sweet Sonia G and the reporter-turned-hero Wilson Jakes, known as T-Flame, add layers of intrigue. Even detectives Johnny and Valerie Steele make cameo appearances. All this unfolds under the narration of superhero-obsessed podcasters Katie and Andy. As the story progresses, Dr. Qatar helps One Punch Dan discover the true meaning of his powers, while Dr. Zod remains obsessed with the love of his life, Yolanda. It's a whirlwind of emotions and revelations. So if you're ready for a rollercoaster ride of action, suspense, and heart, join me in the epic saga of One Punch Dan and his heroic team. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing superhero stories. Until next time, stay heroic.
I love it. Stay heroic.
Yeah, that was the most, spoiler. Well, it was a slightly spoiler ridden synopsis, but it gives everybody an idea of what kind of things you can expect in One Punch Dan.
Yeah.
Yep.
It broke it down perfectly.
Yeah.
It broke it down perfectly. You mean? It broke it down perfectly.
Excited. I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes. Oh my. When he first showed me that, I was like, that's perfect.
Dr. Qatar. Fascinating. Yes.
Fascinating.
Yeah. It's gonna be fascinating.
Darth Plato, I'll spoil it for you. You're one of Qatar's lab assistants in the movie.
You're right.
You're helping Qatar out when he's trying to find he's trying to find out what gives One Punch Dan his powers and things like that. And you're one of the lab partners who's assisting him, since Dr. Zod is too busy with Yolanda to care about actual work and science and
that's because he's working on Yolanda. Yeah, he's working on
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Yeah. So there were a few spoilers in that summary, but that is the official summary for what the movie is actually about. And I guarantee you, with as much info as you guys got in that summary, you still didn't get anything really. You still really didn't get anything, to be honest.
Do I look like Andy Garcia?
Darth Plato, since I don't know what you look like, you're a lab assistant that is, I can't remember, like, I don't know. You work with Qatar. I know that. You and Qatar have this thing where you're doing a lot of experiments together and stuff.
Well, so Darth Vader, you need to submit that photo, man, if you want to be seen.
Dr. Zod has gone rogue. Yeah, he's gone rogue, all right.
He's
Yeah,
gone rogue.
Oh yeah.
He only cares about one thing. He's not going. He's not. It's not. It's almost like it's not so much he's gone rogue as he's just surrendered to what is most important to him.
It's called
Yolanda. Yes, that's it. That's it. Every time you see him, that's all you're gonna hear is Yolanda. That's it. It's just
I almost have this. I almost have this thing that I want to do that every time. Every time you see Dr. Zod on screen, it's Yolanda. Every time you see him on screen, I want to have almost like it's like an acapella choir type thing. Like it's almost like he's so deep spiritually into his relationship with Yolanda that it's almost like he has like a choir singing over him every time he's on screen. It's crazy.
Just obsessed, damn it. Just obsessed.
Yeah.
That he's hearing her theme song even when it ain't on. Just Yolanda. Yeah.
You are doing a lot of work. You're teamed up with Qatar and you guys are doing a lot of work together in the lab. It's a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that happens with Qatar in the movie where he's interacting
something.
He discovers things. He interacts with characters that are unknown at this moment.
Oh yeah. There's plans for Qatar.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Well, Darth Plato, there are a couple of shapeshifters in this movie. There are a couple. There are a couple shapeshifters in the movie. We have a couple, and they are very important characters.
We have cyborg shapeshifters, tarot readers, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The tarot card wielding Sweet Sonia G, who I did put out.
I think it's so serious.
Put out a trailer.
Yeah, like I said, I told Zod, I said I think Sweet Sonia G, she's gonna be sick because she's out on the battlefield and all she's got is her tarot cards. That's how powerful she is.
Yeah.
Mikey has a great part in the movie. The summary was that if you watched the summary video that I just posted, Mikey's character is there from the beginning because Mikey's character is the one that kind of sets the whole story in motion because Mikey's the father of the Cordovan speedster who is Sox Bulletin's character in the movie.
That's right.
And Mikey is the father of the Cordovan speedster, and Mikey is trying to get the heroes to help get the Cordovan speedster back.
Mikey appeared in the trailer.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mikey's actually in a couple of trailers. It's just that the character doesn't look like Mikey because I was respecting the wishes of Mikey's family not to use Mikey's likeness for the movie, but it was okay to use Mikey's voice, and it was okay to have Mikey play a major character. So he does. He plays a major character. He's in the movie. He's in the movie quite a bit. I don't know exactly like a runtime for his character specifically. I don't really know the runtimes of any of these characters. I just know that Mikey has a significant role in the movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, awesome.
It's gonna honor him very well.
Mikeyverse forever.
Mikeyverse forever. Amen.
Yeah.
So, put your final questions or comments in the chat. We're going to be wrapping this up. I don't want to go for too much longer. We've been going a little over 2 hours here, so we're going to want to wrap this up. I think I said everything I needed to say with regards to the James Gunn hypocrisy. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why they can't admit that if it's not okay for Snyder to do it, then it shouldn't be okay for James Gunn to do it either.
Well, they're just a bunch of babies, and they're just It's not so much of them loving James Gunn. It's more about hating Zack Snyder.
Yeah, well, yeah. Again, that's what it is. I don't like that guy, so I'm going to hate on everything that he does, even if I will accept it when the guy that I like does the exact same thing, just in his janky junkyard sort of way. But still, it's okay.
Superman did not smile once in that trailer, not one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mikey would be all over this. It'd be hilarious.
Mikey would love this. Oh, what? Mikey would have loved this One Punch Man.
Sin Havoc. Yeah, James Gunn used a lot of AI in that Superman trailer.
Yeah.
And there were a few things in there that I caught, a few artifacts. A few little artifacts in there that I caught with a couple of AI programs that I use that kind of gave it away to me that he used AI for the trailer.
It's a giveaway.
The scene I was talking about earlier when he got hit in the head with a can, that was AI.
You're right.
You could tell.
Yeah, that was.
You could tell it. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know can move that smoothly.
Yeah, quite a bit. And hey, I'm not, and that's the thing. The thing about me is though, I'm advertising that yes, this movie is being made AI. It is. And it is kind of an anti-AI message, which is ironic given that it's an AI movie. But yeah,
that's the whole point of it though. That's what makes One Punch Man so clever. Is because and that the main antagonist of the movie is a rogue AI.
Yeah.
It's you're weaving it in there, boy. You're weaving it all up in there. See, that's why it's gonna be so good.
Yeah. I think people are gonna really enjoy it, and on that note, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I will be back here probably next Monday. Let's see, next Monday, probably on Monday for the rest of this month, guys, and then starting in February, the show is going to switch to Wednesdays.
You and Nessa.
Yeah, because Nessa will be here. She'll be officially co-hosting the ZodWriter Show. So we'll be transitioning to that. But for the remainder of the month of January, we'll be on Mondays.
All right.
So
I can't wait. I would love to talk to Nessa live.
Yeah, Nessa's awesome. So I want to thank everybody in the chat for being here. Once again, I want to shout out Skywalker the Jedi for the Zack Snyder Hour for earlier tonight. I will be catching the remainder of that on replay. Hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Definitely, if you're interested in One Punch Dan, you can find a lot of One Punch Dan stuff on all my social media platforms. You can find One Punch Dan stuff on Twitter, One Punch Dan stuff on Facebook, One Punch Dan stuff on YouTube. And you'll find little exclusives on each platform. So if whatever platform you follow me on, you're going to find little things. And of course, on here, you're going to find a lot of Zack Snyder stuff. Obviously, I mean, Zack Snyder stuff and One Punch Dan stuff, considering that we are, this is like the entire cast of, the majority of the cast of
One Punch Dan.
One Punch Dan, right? But you know what? In honor of everything, and sell Snyderverse to Netflix and all that, I think I'm gonna drop this here for y'all as an exclusive for those of you who decided to stick around and not leave every time I mentioned One Punch Dan. I'm gonna drop this for y'all.
Everybody just calm down, the bishop wrote this, let's go, hey yo. I hear everybody talking about how the Snyderverse is not coming back, I beg to differ. Hey yo, this is just a little song of encouragement for all my people in the hashtag Cell movement. Are you ready? It's coming, told ya. It's coming, told ya. It's coming, once again. We have waited for far too long. That's the reason for this song. The Snyderverse is coming back, and we see the betas and the haters talking smack. These people never stop the attacks, oh no. But do you want it? Do you really, really want it? Do you want that Snyderverse? We really want it, cause we really, really love it. We gon' get that Snyderverse. Yes, we really want it. The Snyderverse is coming back, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's coming, told ya. It's coming, told ya. It's coming, once again. All the hashtags are on fire. We're doing everything we can. We're doing all this for Zack Snyder. We got a total winning plan. Yes, we want it. We really, really want. We need more of that Snyderverse, so we're on it. We're really, really on it. We need the Snyderverse. Oh yeah. It's coming. Told ya. It's coming. Told ya. It's coming. Once again. Yo. Shout out to the Cool Table, the Syndicate Network and colleagues, and last but not least, the executive branch. Repeat after me. Might give us forever. 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 It's coming, told ya. It's coming, once again. Hashtag Snyderverse to nothings.